Hey guys, what's going on? It's Ultimus. It is day 11 of Vlogmas, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. Had a pretty productive day today. Actually managed to get some recording stuff done amidst having to take care of the puppy, which has been kind of a hindrance to being able to get stuff done YouTube-wise. As I've mentioned before, it's just hard to leave her alone for more than 5 minutes, but she napped pretty hard today, so I snuck upstairs and got some work done, so that was nice. But yeah. How's your guys' day been? How have you been faring as we get closer and closer to Christmas? Also, the release of Star Wars. Not sure which is more important. I'm leaning towards Star Wars. But yeah. Today's topic, I wanted to talk about, if I can remember. Oh yes, that's what I was going to talk about. I don't know if you guys are like me, but I'm fairly introverted. And as you can imagine, holiday gatherings for an introvert get a little bit interesting because, especially if you're the kind of introvert that at least has social skills and knows how to be polite and interact with people. Some introverts are hyper introverted and they really don't have social skills, and I'm not going to say whether that's necessarily right or wrong. It's just I'm stating it as a fact. And for me, though, I know how to interact with people, and I'm good interacting with people. My job is a customer service based job, and I'm actually, from what I've been told, very good at customer service. But that doesn't mean that I'm any less introverted. Because typically for me, a great day or a day well spent is typically majority of it by myself, kind of going where I want and how I feel. Doesn't mean I won't go out in public or won't go to social places, but usually I'll go to places that I know where I won't really be bothered, or if I am, it'll be minimally. I'll still go sit at coffee shops, whether it's my work or another coffee shop, and as you do that, you build relationships with people, which is fine, but typically they're working, and so they're not really going to bother you. You'll have the interaction and the banter back and forth at the counter, and that's about it. I'm okay with that. And it's funny that I say all this too, because at the same time too, I go through weird phases where I'm the most social person. I'm the kind of person that I can talk to someone I just met in line standing at Chick-fil-A like I've known them for years. It weirds people out. I swear I got it from my grandpa. My grandpa could do that all the time. It was just one of the funniest things. But all of that build up and story, I suppose, to ask this, or at least talk about our question, is for you, for Christmas, how would you rather spend it? Would you rather spend it with all of your friends and family and just surrounded by as many people as possible, and maybe you don't really have a choice either. Maybe you go to 5 or 6 different houses for whatever reason during Christmas time or whatever, or you host big old parties or whatever it is. Or do you prefer to spend Christmas time for the majority kind of on your own with some peace and quiet? And again, that's not to say that you won't go to Christmas parties or go visit friends and family, but you're usually the first or one of the first to leave because you had your fill for social obligations and pleasantries, and then you're just looking forward to getting back home and relaxing. I don't know. What do you guys think? What are you guys into for Christmas? Are you the social butterfly that wants to hang out with as many people as possible, or you just kind of waiting for all of that to get over so you can just crawl back into your PJs and hang out and do what you want? I go back and forth. For the most part, if you were to ask me what my ideal Christmas sounded like, it would be a little bit of time with friends and family for sure, exchanging gifts, eating dinner, things of that sort. But then towards the afternoon and evening, I definitely feel like my ideal Christmas is me going back home with dessert and leftovers, whatever it is, and just playing video games by myself, just chilling. And I don't know if that's just because that's how I always enjoyed Christmas as a kid. In the afternoons and such, that's just what I did. I chilled and ate my Christmas candy or whatever I got in my stocking. I usually got a couple bags of beef jerky and one of those Terry's chocolate oranges, so I'd scarf those down. I always got the Peeps too. I love Peeps. To this day, it's still one of my favorite dessert treats. I don't know why I love the things, but I just do. So by default, of course, I had to get my corgi, a giant stuffed Peep. So she has one of those, and it squeaks, and it's hilarious. But yeah, where do you guys ideally like to spend Christmas? Is it I'd be curious. I'm curious where you guys fall on that spectrum. Do you not really care? You go with the flow? As many people as possible, or are you like me and for the most part you kind of like your quiet time? I mean, I don't really get Christmases like that anymore, which is probably a good thing. It's kind of a bummer sometimes because it can get a little tiring and draining, but that's kind of, I suppose, what I get for choosing the life that I chose and making the decisions that I've made, if that makes sense. You know, there's certain things that you just have to grin and bear and go along with it and be polite, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm happy to do that, especially for the people that I love and that are in my life. But I think, for the most part, I just prefer quieter Christmases. And I guess it doesn't even have to necessarily be by myself either. Even if it was just like whoa, sorry, I hit my desk there with my chair. That's what I get for swiveling. I guess it doesn't have to be just by myself. It can be with like one or two, maybe like four people max. Like people that I really, really love and enjoy company, but have that same kind of mild-mannered, just relax and chill and just enjoy the day. No pressure, no drama. Just, hey, it's a holiday. We're celebrating. We're hanging out. That kind of attitude. I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at with that kind of stuff. But I've never been much of a big party scene guy anyways. I never did that whole scene growing up. I don't, even when I was in high school and a young adult and stuff like that, I never cared for it. I was never the kind of kid that said, hey, it's, Friday night, let's go to the club. Big surprise, right? Gamer. But, yeah, really curious to hear what you guys have to say and how you prefer to spend your holidays. I know this isn't exclusive to Christmas either. This can be very much so like, Thanksgiving type thing, or even Easter, however that works. But because I know the big default for a lot of people for holidays is family. That's what they do. You spend a lot of time with family and you do all that. But I'm definitely curious where you guys fall in all this. So you should let me know in the comment section, and you can even, again, it doesn't have to be an exact thing of where you're answering specifically my ideas. You can kind of fill your own, just let me know how do you like to spend those holidays, especially Christmas. Want to hear what you guys have to say. But I think that's gonna draw this one to a close. Fairly short and sweet and to the point. I'm kind of liking these. We're keeping them under 10 minutes. I think that's fair. Anything more than that, I think it's a bit lengthy for stuff like this, and it's I feel like it's weird to expect people to sit through and watch a whole vlog that's past 10 minutes sometimes, unless you're talking about something that's actually important, which we rarely do here. So that's okay. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to share the video if you enjoyed it and want to see more people get involved and plugged in here into this community that we're trying to build. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Facebook. All that stuff, links to all my social media sites are all over the place on this YouTube channel, either on the banners or in the comments or in the description below, I should say. Just gives me an opportunity to get to know you guys more, connect with you as well. If you're interested, connect with me, ask me questions, video suggestions, all that good stuff. Half the fun of this is talking with you guys. But that's going to do it, so I'm going to do my thing and say, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.